Okay, more about vocals. This here is my vocal. It's a Heckel CVX. No, this one's a Heckel CG2. The larger the number, the longer the vocal. Vocals come in 3 different lengths, 1, 2, and 3. If you buy bassoon band directors or students, you should get a vocal that has a 2 on it as part of the package. If you have an option to take a 1 or a 3, take a 3. If there's ever a day that a bassoonist is flat, you just give me a call and you and I will go out to Red Lobster and we'll have some awesome seafood, because it just doesn't happen. If you're out of tune, chances are 90% that you're going to be sharp. And here's part of the reason why. I'm going to reach down and grab one of these vocals here from the middle school that I'm at right now, and I'm going to set it next to my vocal. Okay, well, the first thing we notice is that my vocal is longer. Okay, it's about 1/4 of an inch longer. That's really the difference between a 1 and a 2, right? So when it comes to intonation and tuning the band, when the band director looks at the clarinets and says, "Pull it out, you're sharp." Okay, you don't do that on bassoon. The vocal goes in, the vocal goes all the way in, all the time. That's the only choice. Same with oboe reeds. You don't pull in, pull out rather, and push in an oboe reed. It has to go all the way into the stopper all the time. The only way to tune a bassoon is to change out the vocal, adjust your reed, and adjust your face. So let's go on down here and look at the rest of this vocal. Ah, this is one of the vocals with a giant dent in it. Okay, well, it may actually be a number 2 vocal that got dented so far that the air is restricted going through it, and now the student is going to have to torque their head to try and get any air through there, right? I think this is also the one, yep, with the crazy patch on the inside, too. There's a lot of glare. It's kind of hard to see that one. Here's a different one. This is a number 2 vocal, number 2 Fox vocal. The bend in it is very similar to mine. This one does have a slight dent, as you can see right here, in it, but of perhaps more importance on this vocal, this is the one with 2 patches on the side, right? This is where someone has washed out the vocal with the wrong water. It was either too hot or too cold. You can even see the seam right here. You can see that it's about to split again, right? You can patch a vocal, but it's never going to be the same as your original equipment. Okay, lastly, let's take a look at this one here. This one is also about the same length. That's good. But again, it has more of a bend in it than mine does. This one, again, it's dented in exactly the same place as the other one is because somebody handled this vocal incorrectly. And this one also has a crazy patch in it right underneath, right? So when this got bent, maybe the kid immediately tried to unbend it and then, split it. You can resurrect these. These are, gosh, the one in my left hand, this one here, is probably $250. The one on the music stand, I paid about $500 for that. So, vocals are expensive. If you can resurrect them at all and even use them for beginners, like this little group of dead soldiers over here, they're not completely useless. They're not great, but they're not completely useless. So get your vocal correct for your instrument, number 2, number 3 if you have the option to choose. And band directors, if you're buying a vocal, Fox CVX2 is what you want. If you can get a Fox 2, that's also terrific.